Hey folks, we're getting ready to grill some chicken on the Weber kettle, but before we do that, we're going to put together a marinade and let it sit in that for probably about an hour or an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and get this put together. In this bowl, I've got 2/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to put about 3/4 of a can of tomato sauce in that. And I'm going to do a rough chop on some garlic cloves here. I think I've got 3, and we're just going to put these in here to extract a little bit of the flavor, so you don't have to be real precise in the size or anything like that. I've got some basil leaves here. I think there's about 4 or 5. I'm going to do like I did on the garlic, just sort of a rough chop on that. We just really want some good flavor in our marinade. And I've got a 1/4 of an onion here. We'll do the same with it. Just do sort of a rough chop on it as well. Really just want it to pull some of this flavor. All right, and we'll also go in with about, probably about 5 tablespoons of some red wine vinegar. And probably a tablespoon, roughly, of Worcestershire sauce. Give that a little bit of a mix. I also want to do just a little bit of chili powder, about that much. And we'll do probably a 1/2 teaspoon or so, or 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give this a mix, and then we'll put it off to the side and let some of those flavors start to extract from the onions and basil and the garlic, and we'll get our chicken ready. All right, next step is to go ahead and cut a chicken in half. Just going to take a knife and go right down into by the breastbone and try to cut through these bones. All right, we've got that cut in half. This is the way we're going to cook it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in this bowl. And I'm going to start, we'll do both sides. I'm going to put a little of this marinade on it. I'm just going to brush that all over it. Then I'll turn it over and put some more on this side. Just sort of brush it all over it. We'll do the same with this half. Turn it over and hit this side with it. All right. I'll cover this with some aluminum foil and put it in the refrigerator, and it needs to sit at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I've got a few vegetables here that I'm going to chop up and put on some skewers to throw on the grill with our chicken. I've got 1/2 of a green bell pepper, and I've got some portobello mushrooms here, and 1/2 of an onion. And I'll just cut the mushrooms in half. I already cut a few of them up. I'm gonna make 4 pieces out of the pepper. And I'm gonna do the same with the onions. They're quartered right now, but I'm gonna cut those in half, which I might lose some of them. They'll fall apart probably, but. All right, now I'm just gonna run a skewer through these. Do the onion this way, I think. That way maybe all the layers will stay on it, hopefully, or at least most of them. Then I'll do a piece of pepper. Try to do it in a way that the stuff will stay on here. We've got mushrooms. And then we'll do the same thing one more time on this one. Turn that around backwards that time. All right, that will do that one. I'll go ahead and brush a little bit of this marinade on these as well. Just lightly, I'm not gonna overdo it too much. Just give these a little extra flavor. That should be fine. I'll go ahead and do the other one off camera. All right, I've got some good lump charcoal in here and got the grill good and hot. I'm gonna go ahead and put these chicken halves on, and I'll do them skin side down to try to put a little bit of a sear on them. I'm not gonna cook them for the entire time on this side, obviously. We'll put a sear on them and then I'll move them over to the other side and finish them that way. I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over if I can. Give them just a minute or so on this side, and then we'll move them over here and finish them off in the cool zone. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead now and move these over to the cool side. And put a lid on here, and we'll let these cook for just a little while, and we'll come back and temp them. And in a few minutes, we'll throw our vegetable skewers on here. Chicken's been cooking for a few minutes indirectly, and it's starting to look pretty good. I'll give it just a little while longer before we start checking the temperature on it. I decided to go ahead and put the vegetables on here and let them cook for a few minutes. The chicken needs to come up just a little bit more. It's temping in the 140s right now on the breast, so I'll put the lid back on here and let these keep cooking. Folks, this is temping just a little over 160 in the breast, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. All right, folks, we got this finished, and we baked a couple potatoes off camera in the oven inside the house. So we're gonna go ahead and tear into this. Get a little bite. I want to get a little of that skin too. I love good crispy skin on chicken. Guys, that was delicious. This marinade we've also used with steaks before, so you can use it with those if you wanted to. I would like to encourage you to go ahead and try it. It's really good on chicken or steak. I'd imagine you could use it just on maybe even shrimp or anything. We probably will in the future, actually. But hope you check out some more of our videos. Wanted to remind you, I've got an online course, Charcoal Grilling 101. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. If you'd like to go to another level with your grilling or need a little bit of help, I can teach you. All the video content, you can access it anytime that you want. You can even do it on a mobile device, so check that out if you will. But God bless you all, and we'll catch you in the next one.